Hello, 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 this is Dave Gilbert, and this is the audio commentary for Blackwell Unbound. Some of the basic stuff out of the way. You can hit any key on the keyboard to shut me up. If you get sick of my voice or you just want to get on with the game, just hit any key on the keyboard and your wish will be granted. Don't click the mouse, though. That won't work. So the two questions that everyone seems to be asking are, number one, why Lauren and Joey instead of Rosa and Joey? And number two, why the simpler graphic style? Well, number one, I'll answer that one first. First of all, this game was originally part of a much larger game called the Blackwell Convergence, which was much bigger than could possibly be created in a reasonable amount of time. So I cut some sections out of it, and some of those sections were flashback sections where you play Lauren and Joey in the 70s, so I cut them out. And then as time went on, I realized, hey, you know, Convergence is still going to take a long time to make. Wouldn't it be nice if I could release something kind of in the meantime, something small and simple, just to get something out there, to get people's attention back on me and earn some money and blah, blah, blah. So I took the sections that I cut out, and I looked at them, and I thought, hey, you know, this does fit together really well on its own as a standalone game. And so I put a small team together. I got Aaron Robinson on board, and I found Thomas Reagan, and we put together the game. And I wanted to keep it simple because I wanted to get it out reasonably quickly, using whatever was left over in the budget, which wasn't much, by the way. But I think it turned out really well, and so that's why I created this game the way it was created. Anyway, click that new game button and play the game. You don't want to listen to me talk anymore.
Infinity. I've been told it's beautiful, but I don't think it's anything special. But when you live like me, most things become quite ordinary. Life, death, tormented souls, it's all the same to me. Sometimes I wonder if anything will ever surprise me again. Sometimes I wonder if I even care.
When I sat down to play this game for the very, very first time after I finished programming, I realized I didn't like how it started. It started off with Lauren slamming the door and yelling at Joey, and they have that little interchange, which is funny and cute, and it's a nice way to introduce the characters, but it set the wrong tone for the start of the game. So I went and did this little quick scene, which I think changes the tone just enough to give that funny exchange later a little bit more of a darker overtone, and makes it a little bit more sad now that you know a little bit more about who Lauren is. So that's why I added this. It wasn't there originally.
And stay out.
Aw, hey, you know I don't like that. What's your beef, anyway?
Returning for the third time in a Wajida game is, of course, Abe Goldfarb, who is reprising his role of Joey Malone. Working with Abe, as I've said many times before in previous games, commentary, is always a pleasure, and Abe has become very good at the whole voice acting thing. I've noticed in doing voice acting and directing voice acting, there's a lot of technique involved with holding your breath a certain way and stuff like that. And it's really hard for a seasoned actor to get their head around because they're used to projecting and emoting and using their breath a lot to convey emotion. And when you do voice acting, you can't do that. And Abe has really gotten a handle on it. Joey has a much wider range of emotions in this game, and Abe is such a good actor. And if you listen to the blooper reel, it sounds like it's all fun and games. He cracks a lot of jokes. He is a very funny guy. But at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, the guy is totally focused, totally serious, and does amazing work. He's just one of the best actors I know, and it's always great to work with him.
I am not talking to you.
Oh, promises, promises. So what's next on the list?
What's next? The balcony.
Why, gonna throw yourself over and join me?
No, I'm having a cigarette.
Great, you want a cigarette. What am I supposed to do?
You can do whatever the hell you like. Just one. Then I can get on with this.
Danny did a funny thing when doing some of Lauren's lines. She took a pen off the desk and would hold it between her fingers like a cigarette and deliver her lines holding that fake cigarette. And it would sometimes take a drag from it. And it really was kind of funny. I wish I had taken some pictures. It was really funny just to watch her hold this pen in her hand, delivering these lines like she's holding a cigarette. It was pretty cool.
No, the case list doesn't exist. Nothing exists until I finish this cigarette. A pack of cigarettes should last till the end of the day. It's my lighter. This will probably be my last cigarette of the day. My couch. It doubles as my bed at night. Absolutely not. Right now, nothing exists except for me and this cigarette. Today's paper. It's tabloid crap, but it gives us most of our leads.
Just an old doormat. It's covered in cigarette burns. What am I supposed to do? Sing to it? I have no interest in that thing. It's her phone. I can't use the phone. I can't touch the thing. What do you want me to do? Scare it? Look how young she was. She's got to be 18, 19. It's been over 10 years. Time flies. Oh, look, it's her. Good old Patricia Blackwell, also known as Cleopatra, Queen of Denial. Spent 7 months bonded to that woman. She never spoke to me once. Does it want a hug? That's Jack, her kid brother. He's all right, I guess. What am I supposed to do? Sing to it? If I'd known I could be photographed, I would have shown my good side. If I'd known I could be photographed, I would have shown my good side. I can't remember the last time she washed that thing. Oh, look! Another ashtray! Oh, look! Another ashtray! That thing is deader than, well, me. Tackiest thing I ever saw. Man, that is an old coat. I think soldiers wore it during the Civil War. A pair of muddy boots. It's the front door. Come on, let's hit the road. This place is Boresville Central.
In a minute, Joey.
She's in one of her sulky moods. She's in one of her sulky moods. Hey.
What?
Look, I'm sorry.
Sorry for what? Exactly.
Why the heck are you so mad?
You honestly don't know.
I have no idea.
Typical. If you don't know, I'm sure as hell not going to tell you.
You done moping? Or do you want to grind your teeth some more?
Christ, Joey. Can't you just leave it for 1 minute?
Take another drag of that cigarette, darling. You get real ugly when you stop smoking.
Oh? Is that right?
Well.
Ugly, am I?
Take it easy, dear. It was just a little joke.
A joke, yeah. I'm a riot. Like today, when those pipes burst.
Oh. Wait, is that what's got you in such a guff?
I got soaked, and you just laughed.
What was I supposed to do? Give you a towel?
It was cold and wet and slimy. It wasn't funny.
You should have seen the look on your face. The way you jumped up and down and ran in circles, squealing.
Still wasn't funny.
If you say so.
Writing the dialogue between Lauren and Joey was a pleasure. It was so easy, and I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this because writing the dialogue between Rosa and Joey in Blackwell Legacy was a heck of a lot more challenging. With Unbound, with Lauren and Joey, these two characters already know each other, so they can say anything to each other. They can banter, they can joke around, they've known each other for a long time. With Rosa and Joey, it was totally different, because these are two characters who were getting to know each other over the course of the game. So I had to, whenever I gave them dialogue, I had to be aware of what stage of the relationship they were in. So there was a lot more challenge with Legacy than there was with Unbound. And I enjoyed writing for these two characters a lot. I'm trying to think of other adventure game protagonists that smoke. I think Manny Calavera smoked, but he was dead, so it didn't really matter. I can't think of any other player characters that smoke as much as Lauren. I really like the fact that she smokes. It was a decision I made way, way, way back in 2004 when I was originally designing the backstory. I knew that if I was ever going to do a flashback with Lauren, that she would be a chain smoker. It really establishes this addictive, self-destructive personality that she has. And I love the animations. It made things a lot more difficult. The whole animation of her smoking, I had to double the animations, like her walking, her talking, all this other stuff. But I like the fact that she'll just kind of randomly light up. If you control Joey for too long, Lauren will get bored and just light up and start smoking. During certain conversations, she'll start smoking. She'll take a drag at certain moments. It added a little bit of nice little dramatic pauses, added some drama to it. And I really like the smoking. Really works well, and she smokes a heck of a lot. I actually added a little function that keeps track of how many cigarettes she smokes, so at the end of the game you'll find out how many cigarettes she smoked over the course of the game. I like this a lot.
Okay, I'm finished. Let's get on with this.
There's a few things we haven't checked, right?
Yes, I've got the list right here.
Well, let's check it. Every other case today has been a false alarm. Maybe this will be an easy night. Hey, I got something to say.
Yeah, Joey?
Hey, have you done something different with your hair?
What do you mean?
I don't know, something's different.
I washed it this morning.
With shampoo?
Yeah?
That's what threw me. So are we gonna futz around here all night? We got stuff to do.
Yeah.
So are we gonna futz around here all night? We got stuff to do.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get on with it.
Yeah. I want to talk to you, Joey.
Uh-huh.
I have no idea where we're supposed to go.
You're asking me? You're the one carrying the list. Why don't you take a closer look at it? It should refresh your memory.
That's it for now.
Yeah, we'll talk more later.
I don't need to clean it. This won't get filled for a long, long time. I tried growing flowers in there once. Now, it's an ashtray. We've already looked through this paper. We don't need any more leads. It's my Polaroid camera. Got it. My television. It's the latest model. Looks like something is interfering with the signal again. Move away a bit, will you, Joey?
What, you want to watch TV now?
Just for a minute.
You can relax later, sweetheart. Let's finish up these cases first.
Yeah, you're right. Damn! Radio signal can't get through. Could you move away a bit, Joey?
Hey, we got stuff to do first. I'll let you listen to music later.
Fine. I should really clean this place up. Later. I'll clean up later. I'm running low. I've already got a pack. Should last me till the end of the day. It's my phone. It's a dictation machine. I've been trying to keep a record of my dreams by recording what I remember. I guess I could take this along. I'm sure I can nurse this thing back to health. Just needs a little more time. I can't understand why my plants never stay alive.
I have no idea. It can't possibly have anything to do with the quality of the air in here.
The kitchen ashtray, for when I'm cooking or watering the plant. Who needs a candlestick when a cola bottle works just as well? I hardly use this one. No point in cleaning it up. What would I need a candle for? That's the second kitchen ashtray, for when I need both hands to take something out of the fridge. My television. It's the latest model. That's the couch ashtray, for when I sleep or watch TV. I remember that day. I was in college and visiting home for Christmas. I had a pack of cigarettes hidden in my back pocket. Nobody noticed. Lauren, 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 what are you doing with yourself? Lauren, what are... Patricia Blackwell, my mom. She was a medium, like me, but it drove her insane. I guess Joey has that effect on people. Sorry you had to go through that, Mom. I guess you weren't strong enough. Jack Blackwell, my brother. Haven't seen him in years. He's now living with his fiancée Maria. Good for him. Look at that smiling face. Keep being happy, Jacko. You deserve it. You just gotta stay the heck away from me. There he is, the family legacy. There he is, the family legacy. It's my rainy day jar. I put some money in here whenever I think of it. It's a trick I learned from my mother. There's around $60 in here now. Last time I counted, I had around $60 in here. I'll save it for when I really need it. A doormat. It says welcome on it, for all the good it does. I'm not carrying that around. My boots. Good for rain and bad weather. It's summer and it hasn't rained for weeks. I don't need to wear my boots. An old coat I picked up at the thrift store. I don't need to wear my coat. It's summer. It's my phone book. He hasn't even been born yet. There's no entry for that. Nope, no entry for Joey.
Trying to reach out and touch me.
I already know my own number. Ugh, every one of these leads has been a dead end. Just 2 more to go and we can call it a night.
In the previous Blackwell game, the Blackwell Legacy, the pacing was kept pretty slow. And I did that on purpose because in order to introduce this supernatural element to a world that was really grounded in reality, I had to keep it kind of slow paced. It would be too jarring if the pace was any faster. And with this game, I didn't have to do that because it's already been established, and so you could just get right into it. And that's why I wrote this case list. There was no messing around with slow exposition. You just got this case list and bam, you're right into the thick of it. So that's why I designed it this way.
I read about a grocer who was complaining about his stock mysteriously disappearing. Turned out to be a bunch of rats. Joey scared them half to death.
Most fun I've had all year.
I read about a grocer who was complaining about his stock mysteriously disappearing. Turned out to be a bunch of rats. Joey scared them half to death. Most fun I've had all year. And that was a waste of time. Didn't find any ghosts, and I got soaked. That woman was old, drunk, and senile. A total waste of time. This one looks promising. Residents have reported strange music on the promenade late at night. Nobody knows where it comes from. A development corporation has halted construction after a series of accidents. Probably nothing, but worth checking out. Come on, let's get out of here.
Danny Marco, who plays Lauren here, is without a doubt the most professional actress I've ever worked with. Not only that, is the most accomplished actress I've ever worked with. She is a minor star, and I'm not exaggerating. She's been in a movie with Chris Rock. She's had major one-off roles in Sopranos and Law & Order. She's had leading roles in many independent films. She's done voiceovers for tons of commercials. She's been in a bunch of commercials. I met her at a party hosted by Heavy Melody. They're an audio house here in New York, and they do audio and music for games. I was introduced to her as a voice actress, and of course, being a person who always needs voice actors, I was talking to her, and I realized after 2 minutes, she'd be perfect for Lauren. Absolutely perfect. She had this wonderful, sultry, smoky voice, perfect for something like this. And I asked her, there was a lot of free alcohol at this party, so I kind of, after talking to her, I was like, hey, I want to be in my game, and I was a little drunk, but she listened to what I had to say, was interested in the project, was willing to work for cheap, meaning I'd buy her pizza after every recording session, and a couple of days later, after the alcohol had worn off, I got back in touch with her just to make sure she was still interested, and she was, and it was just an absolute honor and pleasure to work with her. It was an interesting experience working with someone who had such a full schedule. Like, she'd come over to my little apartment, put on this cheap little headset mic, and tell me, yeah, I just came back from shooting an Oil of Olay commercial where she'd be the girl, like, splashing the water on her face, or she was doing, she's traveling to London for a photo shoot, or somewhere. She's always traveling somewhere or coming back from somewhere, and in between, she would work on my little game. So it was flattering that she was interested in this project.
Right behind you.
Since most of my games, or just about all of my games, take place in New York City, many people asked me if I was ever going to deal with the whole World Trade Center thing. And I always said no, or at least not yet. It's not something I feel very emotionally, mentally equipped to deal with. Being a New Yorker, having been in the city at that time, that's not a place I wanted to go. It was a very bad place for me to go. But since this game takes place during a time when the World Trade Center existed, it seemed like a good opportunity to at least acknowledge it. And also it serves as a nice reminder that this game does not take place in the present. Everyone in the world knows about this, and every time you go to the map screen, bam, there's this huge friggin' reminder that this game takes place in the past. So that worked pretty well.
Well, this is it.
Yep. All's quiet so far.
Construction, I guess, Site Out is what you called it? Yeah, that was one of the later ones you did, I guess, post-Europe,
yes,
you could call it.
I must have just been so inspired by Europe, because I actually used two-point perspective for that one.
Swanky.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even know I could do two-point perspective, but, Kevin's an artist, so I just asked him.
What is two-point perspective? Yeah, I'm artistically dead.
Oh, okay. You've got, instead of the normal one vanishing point where the lines go, you've got two vanishing points. One of them is, off the right side of the screen, and one of them's towards the end of that road on the left.
I see. Cool.
Yeah.
So did you use any reference pictures of New York? Actually, I sent you a reference picture of New York.
Yeah, you did. It wasn't quite this perspective, though. It was, from a distance, so it was just a long, flat wall, and the post-no bills thing was kind of an afterthought, but I thought it'd be kind of neat.
No, that was kind of neat. Yeah, and you had, remember you didn't actually have a door at first.
Yeah. I got lazy, and you're like, put in a door. I'm like, oh, fine. Joey can flip through walls, but I have to put in a door. That's fine.
I'm such a slave driver. I know.
True.
Not many lights on at this hour. I don't think so. This barrier is blocking traffic. At least we won't be disturbed by passing cars. Lexington Ave stretches up and down as far as the eye can see. A thick wooden wall enclosing the construction site. Closed, locked, and barred. I'm not getting in this way. The gate is locked. I can't get through. I wish he'd make himself useful instead of just floating around. Joey.
I'm all ears, sweetheart.
What do you think they're building here, Joey?
Dunno. Another condo, probably. Seems like more and more of those are going up every day.
That's it for now.
Yeah, we'll talk more later. All right, I'm going in to check it out. Stay close to the wall.
Yeah, sure. Let me know what you find.
I really like the fact that you can control Joey in this game. One of the common criticisms of Blackwell Legacy was that Joey didn't do anything useful. He just kind of tagged along, made some comments, and if he ever actually did anything, it wasn't anything that the player could control. It just kind of happened. And that's something I definitely wanted to change with the follow-up games. I wanted the player to be able to control Joey. I wanted the player to be Joey, wander around, look at objects, talk to Lauren. Joey has access to her notebook. He can make comments on things. He'll give the player feedback. He actually is integral to solving a few puzzles. And there's one area that only Joey can enter. I really wanted to make him useful. I wanted him to be an equal partner in this relationship, not just a sidekick. So this is something you're going to be seeing in the future games. Now, I want to talk, let's see, we'll go to the construction site, the site in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like this, I saw this, I was really impressed because it really looked like you put a lot of detail into all the dirt.
The dirt was difficult. I had no idea how to draw dirt, so I just sat down with some reference pictures and went to town, I guess. I had to look up, like, the kind of tracks that caterpillars make and how to draw a boulder, or what are they called? Backhoe, and yeah.
Because I know when I was playing around with the layers in Photoshop, I would remove one layer and like certain bits of dirt would disappear. So you really layered them on top of each other, which looked like it took a long time.
That's more of a reflection of my own disorganization than it is an artistic choice. But anyways, thank you.
Hello? Anyone here? Ah.
Well, what do you see? Is it clean?
I'm afraid not.
Well, hurry up then. I feel stupid pressed up against this wall.
When designing this game, the whole section with Isaac fell into place really quickly, really easily. This section took a little longer. I knew I wanted to have something take place at a construction site. I was walking home one night, really late at night, like 3 o'clock in the morning, here in New York. It's not something I'd recommend. But I passed a construction site, and the construction site at night, abandoned, just this, half a foundation in the ground, there was a bulldozer, just something about that just really struck me as being kind of spooky and weird. And it was this weird thing in my head, and the whole thing kind of fell into place from there.
Where else can I go?
She looks middle-aged, but it's hard to tell in her current state. Like most ghosts, she doesn't seem to be aware of her surroundings.
Trying to get rid of me, will they?
Hey there!
Huh? Could someone be there? Of course not. No one would be so rude as to enter without knocking.
Hey, lady! I'm talking to you!
No, the door is closed. Nobody is there. Only way in is if I open the door. And to do that, he'd have to knock.
Knock knock?
What? Nobody is there. The door is still closed and bolted. What? The door...
I said, hey there!
No. Nobody there. Door is locked and barred. Nobody could get in.
Just look at me, why don't you? I know you can see me.
No. Visitors must knock or ring the bell. That's the way it's done.
I'll be back. Friggin' spooks. Hello out there.
Joey, what are you doing in there?
How's it going on the outside?
Oh, it's a thrill a minute out here, like a day at the circus.
Miss me?
Yeah, sure, like I miss toe fungus.
I need you to do something.
What?
Do a little dance.
What? Why?
I'll explain later, just do it.
Okay. What did that accomplish?
I can't believe you just did that.
I hate you so much.
Hello out there.
Joey, what are you doing in there?
I need you to do something.
It better be good.
Hop on one leg.
I don't think so.
Aw, come on, for me?
Forget it.
Where else can I go?
Hello out there.
Joey, what are you...
I need you to do something.
It better be good.
Spin around in a circle.
I don't think so.
Aw, come on, for me?
Forget it.
My home.